there guys, today I'm going to be showing you the best base location for starting out in Grounded 2. There's quite a few different locations you can pick, but in my opinion this is literally the best one, mainly because of how it's so well situated between everything. Now some of you obviously will have a great idea to actually start here because this is where you find your first ranger station, but other people will actually want to go out and explore. And if I'm honest with you guys, I think if you're going to go out and explore to get another base location, do that later on. Don't start the game there because this is literally one of the most safest places. I saw a video the other day where someone was like, yeah, just come over here and create a base here right at the start of the game. There's only a few insects you got to fight, but they're like Omni-controlled bugs and they're just a bit harder. And then you've also got the issue of wolf spiders and scorpions coming in. You're meant to be starting the game. You can't be dealing with wolf spiders and scorpions right from the get-go, you know? You need to actually have time to set up a little bit, do the beginning starter quests, and then start moving on. So, one reason why I say build here is obviously at the start of the game, you're going to be picking up a load of resources, right? Constantly resources here, there, everywhere. Your inventory is just basically going to be full of crap that you need to scan. You've got the ranger station right over here, so we go into the facility. You've then got your resource analyzer. Now, you can only analyze 4 things at a time before you have to wait for the charges to build back up. You're going to be spending a lot of time waiting for things because you have such an inventory full of stuff right at the start of the game. Building outside of this facility straight away is already such a huge help because you don't have to keep running between and back. You're literally just right here. I've seen some people oh, I'm going to build over here and then I'll have to just travel for a minute or two to get there. It's a bit of a pain when you have to only be able to scan 4 things. Not only that, you're also going to be unlocking your Omni tool upgrades, right? So you can come over here to your ranger station, you can click on upgrades for your Omni tool, and you can then buy your Omni shovel, your Omni axe, and your Omni hammer straight from the get-go. Even your Omni wrench as well, just because it's here. Then of course you've got your science shop. You're going to want to start building things. You're going to need to come and get raw science, and then you're going to have to start to unlock the building things here. If you want a piece of ground, grass ground piece, that is something you actually have to buy from the building section right here on the side. So you have access to your ranger station and the analyzer station too, which is very, very important from when you start playing the game. Next, you also need to think about resource management. You need to find something to eat. You need something to get water. Now, water's not all too bad because, you know, when you sleep, you wake up, there's always dews on top of the grass leaves, and all you can do is just hit them once and they'll fall down and you can just slurp them up. But right in this location, you've also got a giant tap. Now, this tap does also leak water every now and then, which is nice. And just over there, you've also got yourself a can that will give you some energy drink. Just be careful though with the can, because an Orb Weaver Jr. can spawn there. They're not too difficult to kill. You can literally just kill them with your very first pebblet spear. You do need to block a little bit though, but I mean, it's just easy. You can deal with them pretty well. They look scary the first time you come across them. They're honestly not. They're not hard to deal with at all. You have weevils and aphids that come through the base here too, which is not an issue. You get the odd red ant or two, but if you're looking for them, you can just go down this way because on the map here, you've got the north entrance to an anthill, and you've got the south entrance right here as well for the hatchery. So you'll be able to find ants pretty much everywhere in this area if you're looking to actually start upgrading your weaponry, your armor. Basically, everything you need is in this general vicinity. Now, speaking of resources as well, over there, you'll see that there's these big leaves. A caterpillar will actually spawn on top of the leaves there every now and then. So you can just hop up in there, kill the caterpillar, easy food. Caterpillars are honestly so friendly, they don't even fight back. You just kill them, get the food, and then come back to your base. Literally just over there. Now, another great thing is this is actually one of the first locations for your story missions. You have to come to the ranger outpost, the snack bar, and then you go to the back of the cave here and you go and work your way through the back. Now, after that, you're going to actually have to come over to another quest, which is near the Eminent Onboarding Facility. You're going to be entering an anthill right next door, and this is where you're going to get some upgrades as well. After that, you're going to then have to go into the hatchery anthill south entrance or north entrance because they both kind of lead together. You'll pick which one you want to go to. Honestly, it doesn't really matter. But you'll see your location is actually in the middle of all these starting quests. Once you've basically done these quests, you can then set up in lovely ant armor. You can get yourself a weevil shield or whatever else you've unlocked, and even upgrade your pebblet spear or unlock other bows too. Killing the Orb Weaver Juniors around the area, like I said, they're not too tough. That'll also unlock you a bunch of new clothing and options too. As you can see here, if we come over to the workbench, you can see that we have a Crimson Saber we can build because we can get ant parts, especially the soldier ants. They're going to be inside the nests. You can make a Crimson Buckler, which is a nice shield. Very good. You can even go for two-handed builds if you want to, or dual wield, or go for your ranged weaponry as well. There's also a ton of water sources nearby, like you can see just over there. You can see some gnats flying around, so you can get your mite fuzz very easily for that type of stuff. Mites also spawn just down here, so you can get your gnat fuzz, your mite fuzz, whatever else of resources you need. Everything you need to start playing the game is in this general vicinity. You literally don't have to move out until you start getting more quests, which are for like over here. But at that point, you're going to have a thing called a buggy, which is a mountain. You're going to be able to fly across the map very quickly. Well, not fly, but like run across the map very quickly. So essentially, being here is going to be the best way to start the game. That is my main focus. If you're going to expand out, that's going to be like mid to late game stuff, which at this point, it's still very early game anyway, because we don't have those future upgrades that are coming with 1.0. In the future, we're going to have areas here, 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 all the way around. At that point, you're going to be expanding out towards like the statue maybe and towards the middle of the map. So you have a better base that actually functions easily around the map. But because this is literally just like the launch of Grounded 2 and it's nowhere near 1.0, this is the very best location to build a base when starting Grounded 2. Anyway, guys, thank you all for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please click the subscribe button below for more Grounded videos like this. And I appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to watch it. I'll see you in the next one.